better be sorry. Welcome to the show, guys. Manchester United have lost 4-2 in their second pre-season friendly of the summer. Not the best result, not the best performance, but obviously it was a game where a lot of those familiar names that we associate with Manchester United weren't in the side. There were a few first-teamers that we should be discussing today that were in the side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was involved, Axel Tuanzebe, Jesse Lingard, and then there was a few in the second half which, for better or worse, made cameos. Anthony Elanga, I know that you guys want to speak about who you thought looked good, and Deshaun Bernard as well. But a few question marks to come from today. Axel Tuanzebe, Tedam Mengi, should they be going out on loan? There's so many things to discuss after this game. I think the first things first is, look, we've lost 4-2. Are you concerned or bothered by that result on the face of things? Before we get into all those little tidbits.
When it comes to pre-season, you're looking at performances over results. So results usually come along with it. They do often come hand in hand, but it is mostly about performance rather than the scoreline. And some of the performances from some of the players were slightly worrying. I'm not sure whether they're just a bit off the pace and a little bit further behind in the kind of progression in pre-season wise than the QPR players, or maybe just not at the level. And it's a bit of a wake-up call, but we lost 4-2. Do I really care about the result? Not really. I'm more looking at performances around the pitch, and I weren't happy with a few of them. Brandon Williams, I thought, was twisted up all day by whoever came up against him. I think they had about 4 different right wingers throughout that game, and every single one of them had a joy against him. Teddy Mengi looked like he lost his concentration a little bit, especially for the first goal, not marking up in the box. I don't think Tuanzebe was too solid either. And I think realistically the only positive throughout the game was Elanga. He missed a few chances, he had a heavy touch, but he kept getting in those areas, which suggests he's dangerous, he's got a good footballing brain, good movement, he's confident, he looked quick, he looked a bit stronger than gym vids. But he was by far United's best player today.
Jay?
Yeah, I agree with what Ronnie said, to be honest with you. I mean, it's weird, you take the lead after, 2 minutes, whatever it was, with Jesse, and you think this is just going to be an easy game, a sort of, run-of-the-mill game where we just sort of take QPR apart at will, but it wasn't like that. They were proper up for it. Like you said, a few players there had a bit of a bad afternoon of it, or bad first half especially. Players that I rate, we all know Teddy Mengi's a very talented defender, so no one's looking at him going, he ain't good enough. It's just he didn't play well, or he was, there was a bit of a mix-up with a few of the defenders, wasn't there? Maybe he can point a few more fingers at Aaron Wan-Bissaka with his experience, one of the goals. Maybe as well, midfielders, Andres Pereira and Jimmy Garner and Akerman can be a little bit closer to some of their men. I know, Maka, you pointed out when Lee Grant came on that...
Awful.
Yeah, he didn't exactly cover himself in glory. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter too much because it's only it's a pre-season friendly, but you want players to be getting a bit of confidence. You want them to be feeling like they belong at Manchester United. You don't want youngsters coming on and getting battered off a championship team. So it is a little bit annoying in that respect. But I think there's positive as well. And for me, Anthony Elanga was a massive one because I've seen a little bit of him for the academy, not a lot. Dave Pritt, who's our resident academy expert, raves about him. He played against Leicester. He was very quiet. He kept it safe. When he got his first team debut, wasn't really his fault. He's just one of those games. Yeah, no, in the league. You remember.
Sorry,
and, when Ollie rested everyone, and you got the impression. I got the impression that he was doing that thing of, I don't want to do any mistakes. I don't want to give it away. I'm just gonna keep possession and, not sort of screw up in any way. I think he got subbed early doors as well. Then he played against Wolves where he got his goal. Missed a couple of chances, but kept going, got his goal. Today he missed a relatively easy chance. His touch lets him down, but he kept going. And some of his skills and that, I know, it's against QPR and against some of their second string at one point, but you can only beat what's in front of you. I thought he played very well. So if you're going to look for any positives, for me, that would be the main one, his performance.
I do think we have to take into consideration that we come up against a QPR side today with our basically under 23s plus the goalkeepers and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Jesse Lingard. But also a QPR side that are well into their pre-season a little bit more.
That's a good point.
Did they have a trialist player?
Their championship season starts sooner. So in terms of fitness and things, they'd be ahead of the Manchester United players. But there are concerns for me now, not in terms of who's on the pitch as much. Not in terms of the performances of the players that were on the pitch, but in fact, who is on the pitch. And the fact that we can't have a slow start to the season, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to get our players back quickly, because what we're seeing here and what we saw at the start of last season against Crystal Palace, who had started their campaign when we were still in the Europa League, and Spurs, who, you know, were in the Europa League for about 6 months before the season started. Like, we saw the differences between teams that have had that extra 2-3 weeks under their belt and have got their fitness and their freshness, and as a result, they get the results in the early weeks of the season. And that's the only thing that I've been sat here thinking about today is, look, this is a team that we're not going to see this team ever in the Premier League next season.
Yeah.
When you looked around that pitch, apart from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I know what I've said about Tom Heaton, but apart from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, not many of those players will start games for Man United next season. And I think you have to judge it accordingly, but we have to get our players back quickly. We have to get them fit. We have to get them ready to go. And that's why it's good to hear a few of them are returning next week and all those kind of things, because going through pre-season with the majority of your under-23s and players that are going to go out on loan, like, I think that's what we saw today. Mengi, he needs another loan.
Yeah,
you know,
and there's nothing wrong with that as well, you know. Peter, look, this isn't like us being overly critical. Like, he's still a youngster. And I think, you know, you look at was it Derby was at loan out last season. They want him back for a reason. He did very well there. And it's just a reminder sometimes that, like, you can't look too much into this game, obviously, but I think you can look into the fact that some players aren't ready for the United first team at the very top level. Like when we're playing against the Premier League teams, the Liverpools, whatever, they're just, you know, they're still learning the craft. So I think sometimes you just have to be a little bit more cautious with certain players. I'd like to read a couple of super chats out as well, Mark. Hassan Yusuf says, for Real, do you think Sancho... Oh, for real, sorry. Do you think Sancho will succeed at United?
Yeah.
I think it's the... It's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds mental. I can't see him failing. There may be he may have a period where he don't score, don't get an assist, but that's not failing, is it?
No.
I mean, once he's settled,
We'll see how good he is.
we'll see.
He's mint, isn't he? And he's only going to get better. This isn't Sanchez who's on
His
decline.
mentality is different, breed.
Yeah. We need that, man.
He's got a good mentality.
Yeah.
He's not one of them where I think people are worried about him coming to United and he might lose focus or whatever, but nah, he's not that guy.
He looks to me, and even, you know what, extra, I love, like, the Euros happened. Like, obviously, I wanted England to win that game.
Yeah.
But the fact that, you know, when... It sounds bad, yeah. You know, when Rashford and Sancho missed those penalties, I thought, that's good for us, that. They've got something to prove.
And also, it's that thing in it of, like, circling the wagons, right, us against them, don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
I know we have got that. We had it with Beckham and all them lot. We need to
see that Arsenal fan put Rashford and Sancho's name on.
I won't go that far.
Shirt with Saka.
You know,
so he basically had 2 United players.
I know. I'm all for solidarity, yeah, but I think that's a bit of a stretch. My mate used to have Terry and Elka on the back of his United top because of Moscow. He used to get stopped about all the time. I see something, right? And this is a bit off topic, but anyway, when they were talking about after the Ukraine game, and he was saying to Sancho, like, you can have a beer and all that and celebrate. He's like, I might have my first ever drink. Have a drink.
No, he said first ever beer.
Ah, right.
I'm the same. I never had a beer until I was like 19, 20.
I was like, what?
I've still not had a
never.
beer.
Like,
You've
my
never
first
had
beer was then.
Really?
I don't drink beer.
Like my first session
the brown stuff
was when I was in year 7.
Yeah.
And we had Chivas Regal bottle. Found it under my mate's kitchen. And we drank it, yeah. We had a day off school. Drank it. We trashed his house. Remember, we was doing all sorts of dumb shit. I punched his shed windows out. I was like, watch this. Smashed his shed windows. Look, like, why?
We were such a problem child.
Now, we was in year 7. So
yeah,
like
to be honest with you,
11.
I think everyone does that, doesn't it? Football Obsession says, hi lads, I'm not too bothered about the performance. We stay positive. Hope you're well and having a great evening. Thank you. Also, we've got a super chat from the previous video from the watch along that just came up just as we were finishing, and it was Mirren May who said, Jay and Adam, do you guys have Indian heritage? Have you guys ever been? I've got a little bit.
Why has he not asked me?
Heritage, not much, like a great granddad type scenario, but no, I've never been to India.
Adam yes to both.
Yes,
yeah,
I'd love to go to India.
I've
actually,
been to a number of times.
We are going to go, aren't we?
Yeah.
As a channel.
I want to go, as a channel.
We do, because we've got a lot of viewers over there in India.
When I've been out there, I've been to India a couple times. I remember the first time I went to Goa, there was actually an official Manchester United bar there, which I found quite cool. Right. Like an official one. And then The second time I went to Goa, I went and met up the Goa supporters club and watched a match and all that, which was pretty cool. Like I like doing things like that, like checking out United supporters around the world and going and watch games with them and stuff. So yeah, we'll be out there as soon as travelling's back to normal. We will be out and about doing like fan cams
and doing like watch alongs with people abroad, like you say, support club. We appreciate it as well because we get a lot of comments, a lot of messages as well. You guys have been amazing through the lockdown and support from everyone. So yeah, we want to come out and meet some of you. Much more you can say on that game, gentlemen?
It's just pre-season, isn't it?
I think people like. I think.
I've seen this, and I didn't know whether to. We've given him a 3-year deal, an extension now, and look at what's happened. I mean, I'm hoping that's a joke because. Come on.
I said Lingard, but I thought Greenwood looked all right first half an hour as well.
Yeah,
he did. Some of the passes and that. He played a little bit of a deeper role.
On the
getting
left.
on it. On the left.
Rashford position.
I want Greenwood as well.
Right. Other than them two.
To sort of be handled in the right way this season. Because he's not going to play every game, is he? Hopefully when he does play, he can play down the middle. His more preferred position. Now we've got Sancho.
So what for Jesse then? Because he scored today.
Yeah.
He, if anyone in pre-season performed well from the first team players, it would be him. Do you keep him? What's going to happen here?
I can't because I've been quite sort of consistent in my opinion about Jesse this summer. I don't want to change it because he scored against QPR. It's a bit ridiculous. But I've always felt that
things got to go in it. Yeah.
Maybe it's better for him if he moved on because he wasn't playing well previously at Manchester United just before he got his move to West Ham. I think obviously we all love Jesse and he's mint and he's a great guy as well. But I just thought it would probably be better. One thing I will say though is I'm amazed that no one's coming in for him. Like a player that's got 9 goals and 4 assists, who's proven at the top level. He's only 28 as well. So it's not like he's past it. Why is no one coming in for him? Like you'd think that someone like even I know people might laugh at this, but even like a Spurs or someone like that. Nah, but do you know what?
I think there have probably been those, and he's waiting.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel he's waiting.
Like he could do a job in most teams in the Premier League. There's only like City, Chelsea, and Liverpool where you go. That's not happening.
There was something about Daniel James. Well, we got a super chat from Paul which says I'm concerned about the fitness and the tactics from this game. The United way is a fundamental system, and I don't know that we're implementing it. I don't know if you can implement it when 90% of your first team isn't around. But there you go. But I saw another comment about the performance of where's it gone now? Daniel James. Now, to me, look, I've never been Daniel James's biggest fan. If he left, I wouldn't be that bothered. But it's his first game back. It's literally, I don't even think he's been in training that long.
No, you can't look into this and go make a decision.
People will argue in Euros games, but I don't know.
It's going to take you a little while to get back into the swing of things, and I always expect when someone puts on a shirt of Manchester United, no matter what the game, that they try. Do you know what I mean? They represent the club and they always put the effort in.
Daniel James never not going to try.
Yeah,
that's something
that's what I mean.
You can
it's
always
like
count on him for.
They might not be at the levels anywhere near where they would be for a proper game or for a full season or when the season starts. So I'm not looking into that too much, to be honest with you.
Someone literally just commented, why is Jesse Lingard on the thumbnail? I mean, he scored 50% of our goals today. I mean, fucking use your brain. It's not that hard, is
no,
it?
it's... Just want him to be on the thumbnail.
I like the way you worded that. He scored 50% of our goals today.
Yeah. That's like a
2 players we could have put on the thumbnail today.
Yeah, so it was either him or Elanga.
I suppose everyone probably wanted us to just go Ollie out.
Yeah, I mean, people are getting excited about like Ollie's new deal. We have got a video on that as well that's coming up. When's that video going out?
Well, the Ollie out one.
Those
two, we got 2 videos coming out later on today. We got a debate on Paul Pogba, and we got a chat about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
One's out tomorrow, yeah.
We'll put the Ole one out today. We'll put the Pogba one out tomorrow.
So you got you covered.
But yeah, like I'm never going to panic about pre-season results. In the same way, I'm never going to get overly carried away about pre-season results. Yes, if we won 4-0 today, I'd be sitting here saying 21 is coming. But I'm saying that anyway. 21 is coming. So I'm not bothered. I am more bothered about when people will be returning and getting them back quick so that they can play a part in as many games as possible.
I think that's going to be in Ollie's mind from last season. I think he knows last season was a disaster in terms of the pre-season, the preparation, the fitness of everyone. You had players with COVID, you had players that weren't fit at all, you had players that hadn't played football for ages, you had players that were knackered, they played too much football.
Yeah.
It was just like the worst combination of everything. And it showed. Do you know what I mean?
Someone tell Luke Shaw to stop hanging around with Josh Denzel and get his rib looked at, please?
I thought, yeah.
Seeing that.
Hey, Love Island legend.
Josh is living the dream, innit?
Hey, mate, part of the squad, innit?
Yeah, but
Mayor Amateur.
basically, that's what I would be saying.
Yeah.
Bro, if I was with that, I play football too, you know.
Yeah.
Get me a trial.
Just there with the England squad. Been with them for the Euros.
I just got to the finals.
Yeah, do you not watch football? You don't know about it, mate? Oh, okay. May Amateur says, I quite like Ilanga. I also thought defensively, Deshaun looked more comfortable and calm. Yeah, Deshaun Bernard had a very good game.
If Lee Grant calls himself a United player, Josh Denzel can call himself an England player, right?
Okay, I think that's a little bit harsh, but still. As for Lingard,
I honestly don't think it is.
And get value to invest into the team. We get some diamonds in the youth. Listen, Lee Grant's there training every day. Yeah, Josh Denzel just rocks up, does some Insta stories, and then he's you know what I mean, he's part of the firm. Hey, it's not the same. Justice for Lee Grant. Anything else you two like to talk about?
Subscribe, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great shout. Subscribe
600.
to the channel. We've got, how far off are we from 600,000 subscribers?
Been there for ages.
Come on, man. Get us over the line. Get us to 600,000 subscribers.
Have you read May Amateur's super chat?
Yes, I just read that out. That was the one about...
Completely ignored you.
Sorry, as for Lingard, yeah, sorry, I think I missed the last bit out there. We got some diamonds in the youth. We have got some good players in the youth, and I think we've just got to handle them in the right way. And I think Ollie's the man to do that. I think you look at the way he's handled the likes of Mason Greenwood, to a lesser degree as well, even like Brandon Williams, and he went to bring him in and when not to. I think he's the right manager for that sort of thing. I think when you look at it with Jose, he didn't get a chance. With Van Gaal, it was very sort of erratic. Edward Bamber in the super chat says,
That was a great pass by Greenwood.
That is a good pass. This is where Langers was just seeing a replay where Langers touched let him down.
Yeah.
Edward Bamber says, how was Lee Grant on the pitch and in the studio at the same time? Very good. Very droll.
In the studio?
I think it's
talking about,
I get compared to Lee Grant.
Oh yeah, he's both black hair,
Bald, brown, English. Baldy bouncer. Hey.
Baldy brown.
Satsy Nazri, thanks for your super chat as well. Should we wrap it up there, people? Make sure you're checking out the other videos on the channel. Like Maka was saying, we've got an Ollie debate coming up later on today, and then tomorrow there's a Paul Popper video as well. If you're not doing, hit subscribe and the notification bell as well, so you get all the notifications. That's been Adam McCullough. 21 is coming. That's been Ronaldo Brown, as far as I'm concerned. Where can people find you actually on your socials?
The fucking ball.
You can find me on Twitter, Insta, and out tonight.
Ronaldo Brown 98. Is it Ronaldo Brown 98?
If I put Ronaldo in, you're not coming up first.
Ronaldo Brown 98.
I just tell you that.
We'll smack up. Ronaldo Brown _98.
There you go. And you know it's fine.
See all them goals I scored on YouTube for Real Madrid, he says to people.
This has been the live review. Manchester United losing 4-2 at Loftus Road, but it doesn't matter. It's only pre-season friendly. Who cares? Thanks for watching.